YouTube.
My hair's going everywhere.
It is the guys. You got to keep quiet. It is the 10th of January, 2024.
Come on, Frankie.
You got to hold on, you guys.
Orange, I love it.
Can you get? You can't hear me. That's what's going on. Anyways, greetings, family. Welcome to another one of your FRANK26 UB2Bs. It's good to be with you. Today, we're going to be doing the Q&A. But before we do that, we're going to turn this over to Will, our brother Will. Will, can you hear me? Okay, Will cannot hear me. See what we can do about that, Jink.
Michael, can you hear me?
Yes, but I didn't do a sound check prior, so I don't know what you guys are doing.
What does that say?
Sign up free.
Oh, there we go.
Can you hear us?
I can.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm trying to see if we even have an image before we get started. Hold on. Do you see anything, Tink?
I'm trying to.
You're looking to? Okay, hold on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, hold on just a second. We're trying to get the image up. I think it's up.
They're pausing again. I don't know why they're pausing.
You see that?
There's Frankie.
Okay. Look over here. We have that advertisement.
You're on now.
Okay, dokie. Will, can you hear me? No. Okay, what do we do?
Looking.
Okie dokie. I'm going to call Will on the phone. That might be the best way. But anyways, welcome everybody. I'm so sorry about the
something's going on.
About the chaos and everything that we've got here. But I got to call Will. Give me just a second. Will's going to talk to you just for a few minutes, and then we're going to get into our Q&A like I promised you. Let's see. I can hear his phone ringing.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Will, can you hear me?
I sure can.
Okay, we're having problems for some reason. We can't hear you on the live stream.
I can hear you.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, the reason that you can hear me is because I'm talking to you on the phone.
No, I heard you earlier.
Yeah, but okay, I'm gonna turn this phone off.
Okay.
I'm gonna say goodbye to you. And if it does not work, if you can't hear me, call me back on my phone, and you guys do it on the phone.
That's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna hang up. 1, 2, 3, bye.
Bye.
Okay, Will, can you hear me?
Yes.
No kidding. Way to go, Tink. Tink is our hero here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we're here to talk about the Iraqi dinar. Everything I say to you is strictly my opinion. I ask for the Holy Father, for the Holy Spirit to dwell within us and guide us in everything that we do. I ask the Lord to bless you as he would bless us in the name of his son, Jesus, by the Holy Spirit. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get started, we're going to have Will talk to you about one of our products for a few minutes. And then after that, we'll get started. And what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to open it up to questions and answers. I have a feeling that based on what we gave you on Monday, you have a lot of questions to ask. And that's what we're going to do tonight. So without any further ado, Will and our guest that he has with us. Will, are you there?
Yeah. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, really good. The floor is yours. And when you're done, let me know.
Where am I on the screen? I don't guess you're even going to see this ugly puss tonight, huh?
I can only see myself so far. I'm sorry about that.
That's all right.
There you go.
Thank you, Tink.
There you are. Hey, Michael, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, I was in the background listening.
All right, gentlemen.
Listen, I told Frank in the comments, I was like, let's pray. Satan's messing around. Come on now.
Yeah, and we did. We just did pray. The floor is yours. Let me know when you're done.
All right. Folks, tonight, I hadn't been with you in a while, but tonight we're here to talk about the Neumi Swish and the Neumi Skin. And we brought a very knowledgeable fellow with us this evening. And I just want to ask him a few questions going into this. But Michael Frith is from Australia. He's a founding field advisor, and he's a board member with Neumi, and he helped start the company. and that included helping find the initial investors to bring this product breakthrough to market. That's a big deal. Can't come to market without a little of that. Sometimes you need a lot of that. And the way this is brought out worldwide, yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. I'm sure everyone here has probably heard the word glutathione. You may have heard it more than you want to hear it. I don't know. But tonight, we're going to talk about it real quick, okay? When I ask Michael some questions, Michael, is glutathione really, really important for human health?
Absolutely. Let me give you an indication on how I ended up with this company first, because it might give you a reason or an understanding on why it's so important. And I can see you're coughing for the moment, so I'll fill in some blanks for you. So my background was I was actually in the mortgage industry as a sales coach for many years. And about 16 years ago, someone came to me with a glutathione breakthrough in home-based business. And I didn't have a nutrition background. I took that product 16 years ago and instantly felt, wow, I felt quite amazing. And that led me to working with that particular breakthrough, which was a great technology in its day called a precursor. But that started my journey in understanding what glutathione did, which will lead to Neumi in just a moment. But long story short, there's about 180,000 studies on PubMed, which is the world's scientific website for peer-reviewed studies and so forth relating to glutathione. Back 16 years ago, as an example, there was maybe 50, 60,000 studies on vitamin C and an equivalent amount on glutathione. Now, same amount of studies on vitamin C, which we all take for granted, and we know that's important for human health. But there is 180,000 studies on glutathione now. So glutathione does about 400 different functions in the human body. In fact, if you didn't have glutathione in your cells right now, you'd be dead. It's simple. No human life would exist without glutathione. It's a critical molecule in your body. And it's called an endogenous antioxidant, which means it's in your cells right now. The challenge is glutathione drops 10 to 12% per decade in a healthy individual from about their 20s. And so as we age, and I'm looking at the average age on the screen here, I'm 55, we're guaranteed to have depleted levels, which will then impact our quality of life in many different ways. Does that answer your question? You're muted, William. You're muted, William. You got the mute button on.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
There you go. There you go.
I was trying to be polite. I'm sitting over here just talking away on mute. But yeah, that does answer my question. What function does glutathione support in the body?
Great question. So it's the master antioxidant. So there isn't an antioxidant on the planet that is anywhere near as effective. In fact, and funny, I remember many years ago going to this Mexican restaurant and this lady saying, we have blue corn, the most potent antioxidant on the planet. And I said, well, I'm sorry to tell you, and burst your bubble, that's nowhere near true. There's some great antioxidants out there, coenzyme Q10, all sorts of things, but none of them come even close to glutathione because it's the master antioxidant of the body. In fact, as an example, which is getting pretty sciencey, but it'll just explain in a layman's sense, they say that a vitamin C molecule has 5 free electrons to neutralize a free radical, and free radicals, as we know, become nasties. They suggest that a glutathione molecule has somewhere near hundreds of thousands, if not millions of electrons to do so, and it replenishes vitamin C and other antioxidants. So it isn't monofocused, it is multi-focused across the entire body. So 400 different functions it does, but there are 4 things very well known for glutathione. Number 1, boosting your energy. Number 2, boosting your immune system. Number 3, reducing inflammation. I've got a Frank doing that.
No, I was saying, actually, I was just simply saying, I agree with what you're saying. Glutathione, yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that and throw you off. But very quickly, I'll throw in my 2 cents worth here. Glutathione is extremely important in our diet, in our health. You can't get something like this from normal foods. You walk down the grocery store, you find me glutathione. I mean, it'll be almost impossible. You need the supplement in our diet. Go ahead, sir.
That's a really good point, actually. So the fourth thing it does is it's the master detoxifier of your cells. Now, glutathione is in your body, and you can eat some foods that will have a minute boost. For example, if you eat broccoli and asparagus, you can back a truck of it in your mouth, and you'll have a minute result. Because, you know, vegetables don't contain the sorts of things they had years ago in terms of nutrients. There are some great precursors and things you can take, which will have a small result on your body as well. But no, again, nowhere near what we're going to talk about today in terms of the technological breakthrough.
Exactly. I mean, the thing about it is, and Frank was mentioning, you know, going to the grocery store and finding glutathione. You'd have to get a dump truck full of blueberries to figure out you gotta have that many antioxidants to refill your glutathione. But you know, if you ate that many blueberries, you're creating more free radicals right along with your eating, because eating produces free radicals, for goodness sakes.
Let me add a thought on this too, because this is really important, because you can take glutathione orally, but it'll get destroyed by the digestive process. And there are 3 things that make glutathione: glutamic acid, glycine, and cysteine. So there are a lot of supplements out there that contain cysteine. And then if you take cysteine orally, it's also a fragile molecule that will get destroyed virtually by the digestive process, rendering it virtually useless. So the building blocks of glutathione is where some people have gone with precursors, which is great, but old and expensive technologies these days. And what we're here to talk about today is something that's advanced that significantly.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Now, tell me something. Now, I'm sure there's other, you know, products on the market that are that will do similar things, but not exactly the same thing, and not to the degree that it does it, simply because of nanosizing. Now, can you explain nanosizing to us? Because I think that people have heard that term too, but they don't quite have a grasp on it, you know?
Yeah, totally.
And how important that is.
Absolutely. So here's a fact for you. If you took a glutathione molecule and you wanted to penetrate a cell wall, that's like trying to take a bus and drive it through a keyhole. It's just physically impossible. So because of that, your body then helps to produce glutathione and make glutathione within the cells and so forth. So there are some great products out there also after precursors. The next evolution, I suppose, was liposomal. And liposomal is where they shrink particles down somewhat, nowhere near as small as we do. And then they use fat molecules to try and protect through the gut to get into the cells. And I've been and tried liposomal in the past, and it wasn't anywhere near as effective for me anyway as, say, the precursors were. But where Neumi changed the ballpark, and as I said earlier, I helped to find the investors for this significant breakthrough because it was so significant, is we take critical nutrition like cysteine, which will get destroyed, like glutathione, which will get destroyed, and we nanosize it in some cases, under 10 nanometers. Now, put that in perspective, a human hair is 80 to 100,000 nanometers. So if I pluck one out, I've got plenty to go. You can't even see it on the screen. So put that in perspective. There's no way you would even be able to see with the human eye under 10 nanometers. Now, if you're under about 30, 20, 10 nanometers, you can penetrate the blood-brain barrier. And then if you get under 10, then you can penetrate all over the body in all sorts of ways. And that's why the product has become so effective. So what we do with our technology is we shrink the particles, and then we encapsulate them in ultra-purified water molecules, which are purer than a hospital IV. Now, fats with liposomals attract toxins. Fats attract toxins. We know that. So you don't want those fats into the cells. When it comes to purified water, your body loves that. In fact, our water is purer than a hospital IV in the ohms rating.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
And it's patented, and it's patent pending, and it's also unique, proprietary to Neumi, so you won't find that technology elsewhere.
Is that patent worldwide, or is it just US, just Australia? Is it?
So there's formulas, there's the process, all sorts of things in process right now around the world.
Frank, you look like the kids off of the Brady Bunch. He's looking up at me. Looking up at you.
You guys do.
Well, you're over there.
There is Michael. Hey, Michael, I've been using that spray, Michael. Look at my face. What do you think?
Fantastic.
I'm almost 70 years old, brother. There's something to
Wow.
this. There's something to this spray. And not only that, but I hope I don't get myself in trouble here, but did you ever think about spraying this on your bald spots?
Well, I've got to say, it's important to say this. I had a call with someone the other day. We were doing an interview, and they said that their hair had started to grow faster. And I said, it's important to point one thing out. Our products aren't designed to treat, cure, prevent any disease, and they do not make your hair grow back. However, if your glutathione levels are low, the body won't be doing what it naturally does itself well. So if you boost your glutathione levels, not the product, but your body then goes into doing things that it used to do well, growing nails better, growing hair better, all that sort of stuff. But that's not our product doing it. It's just because your body has its optimal levels of glutathione.
The way it affected my hair is the way is it affecting my fingernails. I would have to cut my fingernails. I'd say maybe like every month, every 5 weeks, roughly, toenails grow a little slower because I'm older now. You don't get as much nutrient and blood flow down there. But I did notice, oh my word, 3 weeks I was cutting. The month wasn't even over and I was cutting my fingernails. I thought something's going on here. Now, here's another thing. Family, look at me. Look at me, okay? Look at me. No, what I'm trying to say is go back and look at when I was going through chemotherapy. My hair was solid white. All of a sudden, what is this black stuff I'm getting right? Look at black stuff here and black stuff here. And look, I look like a skunk. I got a black streak through. This is blackness that is coming back to my hair that I didn't have before. Good God, not only do I spray it on my face, spray it on my bald spot, I spray it under my armpit. No, I don't. I spray it everywhere. And wherever I think that it can be of some help to the tissue, to the skin, to the three epidermis, mesodermis, and endodermis. I mean, that's that last one that's so important, and this stuff gets down there and really works. I'm sorry, I'll shut up.
Amen. Hey, Frank, if you're almost 70, man, I got to get busy. I got to catch up because you don't look no 70.
Well, thank you kindly. I appreciate that. I don't feel 70. No, sir. You try this, family. You just try it. Just give it a chance. That's all, an opportunity. And then tell me how you feel or how you look for that matter.
And the thing about it is, most things that can have or can make a difference in your life, in your health, and things of that nature, most of them are high dollar. They really are.
It is so
hey, look, don't go to Amazon looking for it because it's high dollar on Amazon.
Will with today's economics, it is so expensive just to stay alive.
Yeah. It's a lot of work too. Listen, go to Frank's site or call me and I'll put you on the Frank site. But it's not expensive at all. It's like $50 for a month's worth. It's crazy. Right, Michael? Am I right?
Yeah, so $50 US. And again, this is important to note. If you look at the price of our product, because if you took, say, a kilogram of ingredient and you made, say, capsules, and this is important. This is what I learned when we were finding the investors. You could make 200 to 400 bottles of product. So there's only so much margin someone can beat down to be competitive. Ingredient, glutathione or what have you, we can make tens of thousands of bottles. So our cost of production is way lower than anyone else. That's why no one can compete on the price. In fact, if you look at the market, most glutathione supplements in the precursor world are double the price. Some other technologies are triple the price.
Yep.
And when it comes to liposomal, which you'll think, oh, that's the same price. No, it's not, because you're getting glutathione in one product for about the same price. But then you'll need curcumin in another one to equal what we have, vitamin C, and cysteine costing you 4 times the price. So there isn't any products with all of the ingredients nano-sized for absorption like we have at that price.
Amen. Well, listen, let's do something different here real quick. Let's talk about the Stephen Scott.
What would you like to know? Steve is the reason that I'm here today.
Let's tell little people about Stephen. Give him his background. You know him better than all three of us put together, for goodness sake. But
this is one of the reasons.
So sometimes to people it matters who they're buying from. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So 16 years ago, I met Steve Scott with the first company in the glutathione research space. And Steve was behind the Total Gym. You probably remember Christy Brinkley, Chuck Norris, with about $4 billion in sales with the Total Gym. He was behind Haircut with Sure. So many things you can think back on. He was one of the most successful people, highly respected person in direct response television worldwide. And so the glutathione research space is, as I said, where I met him. He's written many books. He's known as a personal development expert worldwide, people skills and so forth. And he's written lots of Christian books as well. So he has a huge following. And Steve and I stayed friends when he went into retirement from his previous company. And then there it says it on the screen, Steve then came out of retirement. And one day I said, what are you up to? And he said, I'm looking for investors for this new breakthrough I've got. And that's where the journey began. So that was just so we're clear, that was about 6 years ago. And this product through Neumi, we got to the market only about 2.5 years ago. So this isn't a brand new breakthrough. There's been a lot of research behind the scenes for quite some time.
So, ladies, if you're looking for something that'll make a difference in your skin, Frank's a big proponent on this skin stuff. Wow, look at that. Woo!
It works, Will.
Oh,
it works, ladies and gentlemen. You spray this on your face, and you're going to see results. Amen. Look at here. This company tells you that it helps to brighten and evens out the skin tone. Sometimes you may find yourself blotchy here and there. That's probably because we're getting old. It helps to lift and to firm the tissue as well, too. I love the fact that it reduces the appearance of fine lines, like right in this area right here in your mouth or in your eyes, or even up here where we get these, big marks. The lines and the wrinkles will eventually fade away because you're puffing up your skin with good water. It smooths the skin texture. You when you look at your grandmother or your great grandmother and you look at their skin almost looks like cellophane, Yeah. What's the matter with you, Grandma? What's that about? Well, it's just that my top layer is very, very thin. I don't have much water in me, I guess. Try this. And I'm sorry, go ahead. What would you say?
Crepe paper.
Yes, indeed. Indeed. Here's the best one I like. It fights skin aging pollutants. Look at here. At nighttime, you brush your teeth. You put your dentures in and out, whatever you do. But take one of those little wipes. My wife uses them to take off her makeup, at nighttime. But gentlemen, take one of those one time and just go like that. Just go like that all over your face, at the end of the evening when you're calling it a night, and look at it. It's nasty. It's nasty. And that's what's in your pores. When you use this product, you're helping the pollutants that are basically aging your skin. I'll be quiet. Thank you.
Well, you ain't got to be quiet. I think you did a great job.
I'm excited about this product because I know it works and it's helping a lot of people. And the evidence of what I'm showing you, go back and look at my videos. You'll be able to see the evolution of the color of my hair. And like I said, Michael, I hope it's okay if I said that I put it everywhere all over my body. I love it.
Totally. What I was saying before, though, is that if somebody has had depleted glutathione levels, you might see a significant improvement in that particular area you're talking about. For other people, like I have had my glutathione levels raised now for 16 years. I do have some gray on the side. It didn't disappear, and it's not going to. But I'm only 55, and I'm going to tell you I have the advantage of spraying my face with the product now for 6 years, and I can tell you it is amazing. Someone typed in the chat, how do you use the product? So if you want me to answer that for you,
please.
It's literally this hard.
No,
this is how hard it is, guys.
Freeze.
That is how hard it is. That was how you use the product. You do that a couple of times a day, and that's it. With this product, you take the capful off. 1 capful is half of a serving. 2 capfuls in the mouth. Hold it in your mouth for about 30 seconds, then swish it around like a mouthwash. It's absorbing under the tongue and sublingually. And then as you swish it around for a little longer, your results can even improve. It's interesting. We have some athletes that will actually swish the product numerous times a day that have gone on and busted world records, as an example, for the energy boost they've got.
I was just wanting to ask you about that, Michael. We've had some people out here with some health issues, and they say the longer they swish, the better it works. And I'm not talking about 5 minutes. I'm talking about 20 minutes.
Goes into the bloodstream. It goes in the bloodstream quicker that way.
So here's the thing: 30 seconds is all that's required to get the benefits of the product. But the longer you leave it in, obviously, you're going to have some more absorption. And yes, you do swallow it, Mark. Mark just typed in the comments. We do have boxers, for example, who don't want to be swallowing water. They usually spit it out the side of the ring. They get all the benefits. Just so you know, the glutathione and the cysteine, even if you swallowed it, will not get through the gut. Like I said, it's a fragile molecule. So that's gone through the cheeks and through the under the tongue. Some other ingredients will get through, which are curcumin and vitamin C. So if you don't swallow it, you still get 99% of the benefits. If you do swallow it, you'll get some extra ones. So really up to the individual. On that note, one bottle has 60 capsules in it, which is 1 month's supply for a normal individual. But as I said, if someone's maybe not in their optimal health, or maybe they're wanting to bust it out of the gym, or like one of our guys bust a world record, then you might want to take more of the product, and that's totally okay as well.
Yeah, now that you mentioned the boxer, I can just see it swishing in the corner, spitting in the bucket. That makes perfect sense. Basketball players, football players put it in the old G bottle. I can see it.
Totally.
Yeah,
there's a really cool sports example I can share with you if you like. A guy called Bill Gillespie. Do you want me to share that?
Yeah, if you don't mind, please do.
Yeah.
Sure. So this is a really good example, because if somebody says, "Oh, yeah, I already use a glutathione precursor, this, I don't need this." Well, let me just share this story. 16 years ago, in his 50s, Bill Gillespie is an American powerlifter, and Steve was friends with him, so he got him to use a precursor, and he went out and busted some world records, which was awesome. Fast forward, our Neumi product had come out. It was before Neumi launched, but we had the prototypes and testing of the first couple of versions of the product. We said to Bill at 60, hey, how would you like to test this again? And he'd already seen that his levels, his performance had dropped, which is normal, right? And of course, so he goes on with the powerlifting, goes on and then busted another world record at 60. Now, if you talk to any powerlifting person, they'll say that's impossible to lift more at 60 than 50 when you're already at your optimal. Well, he did. Yeah. He went out and lifted 1,159 kilograms. Can't remember how much it was in pounds. 512. Someone typed in there. And he busted a world record of the bench press. And so now, just so I'm clear, Bill didn't just swish in the morning like a normal person. And that's all you need to do if you're an everyday health person looking for optimal health. He went out and he swished in the morning, on the way to the gym, before the workout, during the workout, what have you. But if you're going to bust a world record and be in the Guinness Book of World Records, well, is it worth it? Absolutely was for him.
Yeah, I can see that. I'd be swishing all the time. I'd be swishing in my sleep.
Yep, you muted, William. You just muted.
That's a powerful story of Bill Gillespie. I mean, he set an all-time world record in equipped bench pressing of 512.5 kilograms, which is 1,129 pounds. Are you serious?
Right. Yeah, the other way around. That's right.
Oh, yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, at 60?
What can I do at 70?
Frank, that's like 5 of me. Golly, that's crazy.
Family, please feel free to post some questions here.
Yeah, well, I was going to tell Tink that somebody's been texting my phone over here and said, please check the message, please check the comments because we got questions.
There was a question about how many countries are Neumi products sold in. We're in 65 countries around the world right now, and registering in more as we speak. So
if you're on this Zoom and you're in a foreign land, you can get it too.
If you're in those 65 countries, yes. Yeah. We had someone trying to get in Russia the other day. We're not open in Russia and not happening in the short term or medium term, but we are in 65 other countries, yeah.
Yeah.
Someone else typed a great question. Karen said, is it better than taking vitamins? This is a really good point. The more you understand about glutathione, the deeper this goes. But if you have low levels of glutathione and you're taking the world's greatest vitamins and minerals, they won't absorb as well as if you have high levels of glutathione. So it doesn't replace the need for vitamins and minerals, but higher levels helps you absorb better. If you are a gym junkie and you're eating copious amounts of protein, you won't synthesize that as well if you have low levels of glutathione versus optimal levels of glutathione. So, if you look, there's a little graph that shows where your glutathione levels drop off. When that drops off, there's another part of the graph that shows oxidative stress on the increase. And when those two lines cross, oxidative stress leads to about 76 different conditions. And so we're not suggesting we're treating, curing, or preventing anything, but if your body has optimal levels of glutathione, you're not going to be susceptible to that oxidative stress.
Amen. Amen.
Somebody's asking, is this better than taking vitamins and minerals? Look,
that's the answer. That's the answer I gave just a second ago, kind of.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is part of what you take with your vitamins and minerals, because the vitamins and minerals that you take right now do not have glutathione. I'm sorry. This is a good supplement of a supplement.
Yep. Yeah. And it helps with absorption. You don't want to have expensive urine.
Very good. Very good. Hey, Michael, somebody's asking, maybe they know something I don't know, but they're saying, Bill Hockworth is saying, when is the company coming out with Neumi chewing gum?
No need, because and it wouldn't work as effectively, because ultra purified water molecules with the size of nanosizing we're talking about will absorb into a cell, whereas a chewing gum, we couldn't produce something the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
And,
all right.
And no need.
Family, do you have any other questions? Will you come out in a larger, larger ounces so that they can use more per month? That's an idea to bring up with the company, making larger.
Buy more bottles.
Just buy more bottles. I mean, that, like I said, that is a month's supply for a normal, everyday, healthy individual. The only reason someone would take more is perhaps they're not feeling their optimal health. Maybe they're doing something sports-wise. So I do use a couple of bottles a month of that at least. This one's interesting. One bottle will last you a month if you missed your face. When you first start, if you want to see a spectacular before and after, I've seen one guy in his 80s with really weathered skin, and 30 minutes later we could see a difference. But in most people's case, it might take a month. Take a before photograph and then an after photograph in a month. But I say, just like there are toilet paper scrunches and folders, right? And some go through toilet paper real quick. Just with this product, there are misters, there are sprayers, and then there are people like me, super soakers. So
I'm a super soaker.
My partner Liz keeps saying, stop it, you're putting on too much. But hey, it's worked for me. So one bottle will last for a misting during a month, which is maintenance.
I tell you, Bill Gillespie, like I said, that just impresses me so much. We have many athletes that listen to our program. Gentlemen, and ladies, this is something that you want to consider. In fact, in 3 months, I have a project that is going to require a lot of physicalness of my body. And I've just completed 4 years of being, fighting cancer. Well, Michael, you just planted a seed in my mind based on what Bill does. I'm going to order more of this so that I can drink more of it throughout the day. Because yesterday I started a physical regimen that will last for 3 months to prepare me for something that I have to do.
Bless your heart, man. Yeah. That is a tough road to hoe right there.
It is. I was exhausted yesterday.
That chemo will take it out of you, and it'll take a while to recover. I'm telling you what.
Michael, I don't know if Will told you, but he went through chemotherapy a few months ago.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he didn't tell too many people, but they operated on him. They got it out, and he's cancer-free, and we praise the Lord. And we thank you for this product. We thank you for coming into our lives, Michael, and telling us about this product. Many people that are watching right now, they have no idea about this. They have no idea that this is lacking in their diet and their nutritional needs. Thank you.
Frank, I'm glad you mentioned that today. Because I want to share something with you. Mm-hmm. I was up at the oncologist today up at Duke University, and I was waiting on the car to come around and from the valet and get delivered to me and my grandson. My 8-year-old grandson went with me.
No.
His mama let him skip school to go with Papa.
All right.
So, I was sitting there and I was watching thousands and thousands and thousands of people come through there, in and out of those doors. Cancer, it ain't no joke. It's 1 in 2 or 1 in 3 now. I mean, in my opinion, every person over 20 needs to go get a PET scan at least once every couple of years, because cancer, it don't give you no sign. It just shows up. Some people think, well, does it hurt? No, it doesn't hurt. Does it make you cough? Not really. Does it make you bleed? Not really. You just have it. It's there because of what you're experiencing in life, what you've been eating all your life, what you've been doing to your body all your life, and the exterior impact that mankind is having on all of us.
I lost my brother-in-law last week because of cancer. He called me scared, and we talked, and I was going to, help him with a regimen of things that I took, but it was too far gone. He was way past fourth stage, and it was the chemotherapy that actually killed him. He had a third session. He came home and he died that evening. He just couldn't live. Cancer is serious, and this product is a fantastic agent for you to fight. We're not saying it's going to cure cancer. We're not. But what we're going to say is going to make a difference in your life. There's a difference.
There's a difference between going into battle with a pistol and going into battle with a cannon.
Yeah.
And if you're shooting that cannon often enough, you're going to have a good shot at making it through that battle.
Let's look at some quick questions here. It says that this product works with other products that we represent, and yes, it is safe to take glutathione with no problem.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Is the misting of the face the route for the body to absorb glutathione?
No, that's a good question. So misting, and this is a really good question because again, I'll just say one thing. Listening to the last conversation about different diseases, the product isn't in any way connected or whatever to treating, curing, or preventing any disease.
Amen.
Just to be clear.
Amen.
When we boost the glutathione, and that's the key, the glutathione helps the body to do what it does naturally. Our product is just boosting glutathione, full stop. So when it comes to absorption, if you look at the before and after photographs, the reason they are so amazing is because you can see the difference. Now think about it. We're getting glutathione. That lady there is Tatiana. She's an esthetician in Latin America. 8 days, she saw amazing results. But I say that to you because if you see the results on the outside, what glutathione is doing to the largest organ of the skin, that's Sherry Werner. She was one of our crash test dummies before we started. She almost looks like a younger sister, right? And she's actually in her 60s as well, I might add. But those sorts of results seen on the outside help us to show you what's happening on the inside, right?
Amen.
Because you can't see oxidative stress. You don't feel oxidative stress until it's too late, right?
That's right.
Whereas if your organs can operate at their optimal because your glutathione levels are where they were when you're 18 years of age, that is the impact of this. So spraying the product on the outside, in some people's cases, they might have, cut themselves or something. Is it a problem spraying on the outside? Not at all. You can spray on the outside, swish on the inside. It'll help because glutathione has proven as an ingredient, not our product, just the glutathione itself, has proven to accelerate wound healing, for example. There's many studies on that as well. So internal, external, you get the both. Again, I say this to people. Would you wash the windows on one side or both? Swish and spray.
All I know is that this product helped me a lot. Look at here. This is what I looked like just last week. No.
You crazy bird. You lost your lights on that one. Tink, cut your light off.
That's what I get.
You ain't right.
Somebody wanted to know, Michael, is this good for asthma, emphysema?
So again, must say it exactly this way. There is no
It's a disease,
or condition that we treat, cure, prevent, or anything. Glutathione itself, low levels of glutathione, go type it into PubMed and see what it says about anything you want to look at. And that's not us making a claim in a product. I'm just saying, look at what glutathione does. See what the experts have to say about whatever you're looking at. PubMed is the world's scientific website for peer-reviewed studies. I noticed some people, by the way, typed in different, product names, can use it with this, can use it with that. Most of the names I saw, we replaced the need for needing them because we're actually doing what it does and more, and getting a deeper level of absorption and a much better
probably
result.
less expensive.
Oh, way less expensive. That's the biggest part. Yeah.
Michael,
Hey, listen, I do know one thing, and that is glutathione's great for the lungs. Dealing with a lung problem like I have been, I found out real quick. Glutathione's great for the lungs.
If anybody knows Will, you might as well tell the family. Will suffered from lung cancer, family.
Yeah.
They shrunk the tumor down, then they went in, they operated, and praise God, he's doing better. And he loves this glutathione, no doubt.
Amen.
Michael, somebody wanted to know if this is okay to give to our pets.
Okay, and someone also typed pregnancy, and I was waiting for that question to come up. So two things. Our products weren't designed for pets, but are there people using it with their pets? Absolutely. I said to Steve Scott, I said, it's a pity, because I remember a funny story, when we had a glutathione precursor. I know a guy in Australia took the capsules and put it in, just emptied the ingredients into his dog food. And the dog, he said this dog was like, an old dog would sit there, the cat would come past and spray its face and it wouldn't move. And he said one day the dog just took off after the cat. He's like, wow, what happened? So I said to Steve, isn't it disappointing that, we can't do that with pets anymore? And he said, but swishing is the same as, what dogs do in effect. So he said, of course, if someone wanted to. Now, it's not designed for the pets, but is there a problem with it? Probably not. So when it comes to pregnancy, this is important. On the label of the products, it'll say not suitable for pregnant women or nursing mothers and children under 18 years of age. Why is that? Well, you've got to have labeling. If you have a label that says it is, then you must do testing to prove the safety in that area. So if you go into a nutrition shop, pretty much 99.99999% of all the supplements on the shelf will say not suitable for pregnant women, nursing mothers, and children under 18 for that reason. Is there people who may have used the product under their own steam? Possibly. But one thing to point out for a pregnant person, this is very important. If you suddenly start supplementing with any glutathione supplement on the market whilst you are pregnant, then where are the toxins going, right? And if you may go through a detox, which is not good. If you're a nursing mother, this is really scary. If you're a nursing mother, where do you think it excretes the toxins? Through breast milk.
Amen.
So if you happen to already be supplementing beforehand, I've heard people do that with various, not just our product, various supplements. That's their choice. But I would not encourage anyone to start in the middle of a pregnancy or in the middle of breastfeeding for that very safety conscious reason.
Yeah. In other words, if they're already using the product and become pregnant, they could potentially continue since the detox is gone. Pretty much.
I'm not. Yeah, I'd say talk to their oncologist. So talk to their
He's stuck on oncology, man.
No, yeah, it was from your conversation. But I'd say talk to your doctor, because you've got to work with whatever they talk about. So I've had an idea in my head then and it just flew out. It was an important one, but it's gone. It's all good.
That's a good point, though, Michael. We respect doctors. We respect the medical profession. We are grateful for the miracles of modern medicine today. But we also are savvy or wise enough to seek other things that can help us as well through, whether it be by our own knowledge or by prayer, but we seek it and we look for it, and then we share it with our KTF.
Prayer is a big one, man. I'm telling you. The word on my cancer did get out, and I probably had 10,000 people praying for me. I don't even know them. And that's a biggie when it comes to health.
Michael, when I went through my cancer, this is about almost 2 summers ago, this guy, Will, he lives in North Carolina, right? And I live in Ohio, right? He gets in his car and he drives all the way to my house. He calls my wife. Hey, this is Will. I'm outside in your driveway. I come to see Frank. Will was afraid that I was going to die. And he wanted to see me one more time. That's what the doctor said, I was going to die. But my wife said, I'm sorry. I'm not letting you in. My wife
That was during the COVID thing.
During the COVID, that's right. My wife was a bulldog. She took care of me. And my wife loves, don't you love these products, Tink?
I do. I love Will too, but you couldn't come in. I'm sorry.
Sorry, it's all right. I got to see him.
Michael, the poor guy.
Briefly.
When Jan tells me about an hour after that, you know, because I was taking a nap on the couch, and she tells me this. Oh, I get up. I said, well, get him. I'll go in the back of the bedroom. I'll open the window, and we'll just talk back and forth. Okay, get him. And she said, well, let me try. And when she calls me, she said, no, I'm about halfway back home now already. That's so sweet of him to come and see me. But here we are strong and alive and representing products that are just fantastic for our health. How do we get a hold of, let's see, Will? Well, we can get a hold of you.
You can give me a ring at 910-690-6008. You can call me or text me. And if you text me, just send me your email address and say, I'm with Frank. Send me the information. I'll be happy to get that over to you. Or if you would like to email me, it's always saving. That's with 2 S's in the middle. Always saving 77 at Gmail. So yeah, either way, and we'll make sure to get you the information.
Well, here's what we're going to do right now. Michael, we have one more question, actually maybe two. I'd like to end with these last two questions as we have to get started here.
Yeah.
It says, how is this delivered? What is the delivery system if you're taking it orally? You know,
I saw that question, but that person logged in after we went through that in detail, so we'd be covering it again. But that is our key of our product. We have nano-sized under 10 nanometers like nobody else has done. We encapsulate in ultra-purified water molecules, which protects that. It goes sublingually, so you don't have to go through the gut. So that question has been answered. And the second one about the symptoms when detoxing. Let's just explain this. So on our medical advisory board, some amazing doctors. We've got some of the most respected doctors in the world, worldwide, in many countries who are backing our product. And they actually, one of them is a good friend of mine here in Australia, and he says 1 of 5 things will happen when you're supplementing with glutathione. First one, energy. It might be obvious energy, like it was for me, like, wow, I feel amazing. Or it could be subtle. Maybe you need to go to the gym, go for a run, do something strenuous, and you see that energy. Second one is boosting immune system. Come back to us in a year and notice you weren't dropping like flies like everybody for the previous year. Reducing inflammation. You might have, say, an injury from many years ago, and used to live with this niggling sort of discomfort, and then all of a sudden you say that's gone because it's reduced inflammation at a cellular level. Detoxification is number 4, and so some people never experience detox symptoms, even though they're detoxing, and I say that because I'm one of those. Whereas I've had a partner in my life who, she could stop drinking coffee and she'd get migraines. That's because if you go do DNA testing, some people have good detoxification pathways, some don't. So one size doesn't fit all. But what does detoxification look like? Well, it could be a sniffly nose, a headache. It could be you feel a bit more lethargic than you did before you took the product. But it's a good thing if you understand that studies show most humans have 200 industrial chemicals in their body that shouldn't be there. Watch that one about DuPont and C8. Everyone has it in their blood. Scary stuff. So, and they say 99% of Americans have it in their blood now. So who are that 1%? You'd hope that was you. So detoxification can be pleasant or not. And I love the analogy he gave me, my doctor friend. He said, everyone in their house has a spare room, and that's where all the stuff goes. Depending, if you want to empty that room, depending on what's in it, what it smells like, how long it's been there, will depend on how dirty the carpet is on the way out. That's detoxification, right? And so he did say one final thing, which I'm sure none of the people on your program this would be applicable to, but I say it for humor. He said, put up your hands if you're born in the 70s. He said, well, depending on how many psychedelics you consume back then, you might feel euphoric when you supplement with glutathione, but it'll only last for a very short time because it's just detoxification. He said, every single thing you've ever consumed is still somewhere in a fat cell. That's the human body's intentional way of keeping it away from your organs. So if you go through detox or weight loss, that's why some people get sick when they go into weight loss, because they're releasing the toxins. If you're going through weight loss, boost your glutathione to get all that rubbish out of your cells.
Michael, you are a plethora. You're a cornucopia of information. I'm so glad to have you with us. I'm grateful to you. Somebody was asking, will it help with gums? Once again, you got to try the product and then you tell us, but I'll tell you this much. You know, when you go to your dentist and they tell you, they take that little toothpick and they go like, your gums are receding. You know, be careful here. You don't want gingivitis and all that kind of stuff. Well, have them check it out. You can do it yourself with a little small toothpick. You can see the distance. After about a month or so of taking this product orally, swishing in your, you know, with your gums and everything, then notice what happens to your gums. I'm telling you the truth because I checked it out.
Yeah.
I had my doctor. What do they do that every 6 months? We get what teeth cleaning.
Yeah, they clean your teeth.
They clean your teeth, you know. And the orthodontist says to me, "Oh, your gums are doing a lot better now, Mr. Villa." I said, "The better to bite you with." No, I said, "Thank you. I've been taking some products that I think have been helping me a lot." So to answer your question,
Amen.
Will it help you with gum? Chewing gum? I don't think so. Will it help you with your gums? There's a good possibility. Give it a try and then give me a call and let me know. By the way, you can call Will. You can call me. My phone number is
We love testimonials.
My phone. Yes, we love testimonials. My phone number is 419-283-2552. 419-283-2552. And before we say goodbye, in front of Michael and Will, Tink, instead of one family, make it two.
Okay. So you see these two boxes back here? And each
I
one
see
of
'em.
these boxes contains what Frank is holding. So the first two people who call Frank, not Will, but Frank, tomorrow, tonight, whenever, the first two people that call and place an order with us over the telephone, I'm going to send them one free box. So the first person who calls and orders with us, free box. Second person, free box. That's it.
I'm
Just
dialing
those
now.
two.
What if I call you?
But Michael's calling.
Michael's calling. He beat
I'm
me.
joking.
He beat me.
So,
Will's calling. Do they get a
Thank
free?
you. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Frank, for this evening. You know, when we were at the 20-minute mark, I thought we were almost done, but we managed to get some good information in here. And,
Yeah,
and
the
Michael,
rhythm-
we appreciate you sticking in there with us. I'm sure you got another call
Pleasure.
shortly.
The rhythm was too
Okay.
good, and Michael, thank you for overstepping our the time frame with us. So I hope you're not late. We'll let you go, and Will,
All
I
good.
love you, brother. God bless you. Take care,
Love
gentlemen.
y'all.
We'll see you
Goodbye,
again soon.
family. I love you. I can't wait to hear from you.
Bye bye. Oh, gee whiz. No. Alrighty, family. Here's another one.
no, they're calling because they want to order.
Oh, bless your hearts. You want to order.
Just leave a message.
Leave a message and we'll take the first and the second one. Okay, family? All righty. Well, Tink, I look fuzzy.
I know, I can't help it. I don't know why.
What's the matter with this thing?
No, sir.
Should I clean it?
No.
No, still fuzzy. It don't matter. Greetings, family. We now go into the second part of our UB2B tonight, and that is for us to answer your questions. On Monday, we were able to open files that allowed us to talk to you of what it's going to be crazy now. Of what Aki reported to Walking Stick. And what Aki received was the information that was needed in order to launch January the 1st, 2024 in the right direction. I'm excited about what we shared with you on Monday. And I feel that it's a little deep, a little complex. It's a lot. It's a lot to chew on, to think about, to analyze and talk about. So with that in mind, tonight, I want to help you. I want you to say, won't let me leave a message? No, Mordecai, it should let you leave a message. Or you can text.
No texting. Gotta call.
What, honey?
They have to call.
Yeah, that's true. We prefer it to be a call because we get hundreds of texts. All righty. That's the number I use. Okay, 419-283-2552. All righty, family. So let's go ahead and get started. And the first thing we're going to do is look at your questions. If you don't have any questions, then so be it. We'll just say goodnight and say bye-bye. You don't want to take advantage of me, then so be it. When you ask a question, if I can answer it, I certainly will. When you ask a question, if I don't know the answer, I'll tell you, I don't know. When you ask a question, and if I don't feel comfortable with it, I'll tell you, you know what? No comment. Let's go on to the next question. So now that you have all of that, let's go ahead and get started. I'm asking you for your first question. What do we see here? Frank, in your opinion, once the black rate gets close to the official rate of 1320, will the CBI wait for a while to move to 1,000 to be sure it's stable, or will it quickly make the next move to 1,000? If you remember, family, you help me with the questions, Tank. If you remember, family, we told you that we, being Walking Stick and I, that our desire is to see another exchange rate movement, which would be somewhere between, let's say, 1,200 to 1 or 1,000 to 1. We believe that that's what will happen next. And on top of that, I also told you, you won't see it. Now, if you get to see it, well, that's great. That's great. But I don't think we'll get to see it because of the speed that things are happening at right now very, very quickly. So let me go back to, so to answer your, I'm going back to find your question.
Will the CBI wait a while to move to 1,000?
Yeah. No. And as far as will they wait a while to move to 1,000? I don't think they're waiting for much of anything right now. They're moving fast. They're moving quickly in every aspects of the monetary reform. Now, the next step is to show the lower dinars, to show the new exchange rate, and to allow it to float on an international platform. We talked deeply about this on Monday, and we showed you articles that covered that subject. These are not subjects that we are proposing to you. These are subjects that are in the articles themselves. Let's see. You have another question, Tim?
Eddie mentioned if any groceries or other products have been rising in the local markets?
The problem with the local market, family, is that it's not correct. In fact, I believe the exchange rate of the parallel market is between 1535 and 1545. Really? So you go to the market and you want to buy something and they're charging you 1535, 1545, that $10, that 10 difference is their profit in between. Yeah, not really. The profit is a whole lot more than that. Let me ask you something. What is the official exchange rate of the Iraqi dinar according to the CBI? Go ahead and post it. Tell me the first one that puts it up, Tink. What is the official exchange rate of the Iraqi dinar right now, according to the CBI? You're going
1320.
1320. Who said it?
Limbo Man.
Limbo Man. Thank you, sir. It's actually between 1320 and 1310, which is there it is again. That difference between them is the profit margin. But what we're seeing is the parallel market doing its own thing. And I think that they are with a ridiculous exchange rate because they can't steal the dinar anymore like they used to. So they steal it mathematically in a different way by charging the citizens more than they should. I know. They're only allowed to use the Iraqi dinar, and it's quite a disaster. Eddie's not happy about this, but Eddie's also extremely happy about what is soon to happen because they know. They know. Next question.
Is Iraq going international on the 15th mean Article 8 float and Forex? Or will it be a clean float or a dirty float?
They already have Article 8 status. You can look it up. Now, as far as the 15th, we have an article, and the article says very plain, very clearly, that on the 15th, they intend to kick their currency out into the international theater. Well, they better do it with a different rate. What good is it going to do with the same rate? Next question.
Can you give us a place where we can go to learn about the float so we know when to fold them?
No, the Turkmenistan article that we have that Walking Stick and I gave to you many years ago, that's your best source right there. And as far as the float itself goes, the dinar here, let me try to help you, okay? Has Iraq joined the WTO? Tell me when they answer. Has Iraq joined the WTO? All right. Since you're asking questions, I'll go ahead and fast forward this.
Somebody said.
And
yes, no.
Limbo Man, no, they haven't. Everyone is saying yes. There's a few that say no, not yet. The majority of you are saying yes. No, the WTO is constantly begging them, please, pretty please, with sugar on top, will you join us? No. And the reason why is because the WTO wants to profit from it. GCC, Gulf Corporation Council, that's running out of oil in their reserves and wants maybe Iraq to join them so that they can replenish their oil stock. Has Iraq joined the GCC that has begged them to join them? Mermaid Murphy says yes. No, I think she's saying yes or something. No. Both the questions that I've just asked you, Robert Jones tells you no to both of them. Has here's the one that leads us in the direction of what we're studying. Has Iraq joined the brick basket? Oh, please join. How many times have they begged Iraq? Please join the BRICS. Please come and join the BRICS. Yeah, because you guys are in big trouble. You can't even agree on one currency to use in that basket. You guys are in a disarray. You're bringing in other countries that are going to be detrimental to that basket. You honestly think that Iraq wants to join the brick basket? Now, if you improve that basket, there's a good chance that they'll join it because they got no problems with you. But not right now. So no, nada, zero to all of these places that I've mentioned to you. What was the question?
They want to know where to go to learn about the flu.
Oh yeah. These institutions want Iraq to join them because they know that Iraq is about to go into a float state. So let's look for 1,200 to 1, 1,000 to 1, 1 to 1. Let's look for a change that is dramatic enough for it to be allowed to be released into the international theater. Now, within the next 5 days, I'm very curious to see what the exchange rate will be after the 15th. Very curious to see if they're going to leave it at penny stocks or are we improving. Very curious to see if the parallel exchange rate in the markets will finally stop and use the official exchange rate of the CBI and not one that is stealing, robbing from citizens. I mean, the currency is worthless to begin with, and then you charge them more of that worthless currency. What are they left with? What's the negative of a negative? Next question.
Is the real reason for trying to get the parallel market illegal and the CBI official rate to be even so the Iraqi citizens don't get left holding US dollars?
No, the US dollars is no longer an issue in Iraq. I mean, it's an issue to a degree, but mute my side too. But no, here, look, let me show you something that Eddie sent me today. Good morning, Mr. Frank. There are many reports that are coming out today from Sudanese people, indirectly through the CBI. They're telling us that the amount of corruption here in Iraq is still staggering. they are finding ways to steal our currency. They can't steal the dinar, the dollar, so they're in the process of trying to steal the dinar. It was reported today, Mr. Frank, that they discovered 600 million dinars from a dissolved parliament special group that was formed. Now get this, Frank. It was formed to locate all of the stolen funds from the past, and the group that was formed stole 600 million dinars themselves. You just can't make this stuff up. It's unbelievable. Yeah, I know, Eddie. It is extremely hard for you guys to deal with your currency when you don't have any currency. And then the currency you do have is being stolen. What do you got? Sudani knows this. CBI knows this. The board of directors knows this. All the freaking investors that are pouring into this country know this. You know this. Next question.
What is orange?
Wait. But as far as where do you go to get information about the float itself, Turkmenistan article that's in our final article thread, Google it, look at the definitions of it. The float itself, I believe, is looking for, oh boy, its own basket. Everybody needs the dinar. You think the dinar is going to bend over backwards for them? You need me? Come join me. Now that's a subject we will talk about some other time. Next question.
What does orange mean?
I don't mind answering it. Next question.
Do you think Iraq will
Oh, wait a minute. For those that are on the phone, I'm sorry. Orange with my teams equals implementation. The next question.
Do you think Iraq will depose current currency once revalued?
I'm sorry. Try that again.
Do you think Iraq will depose current currency once revalued?
Well, once they revalue, of course, they're going to get rid of the currencies they have. That's called the 3-0 notes. And they will introduce the lower denominations and the fills to the citizens. But it needs a different exchange rate that would match it to give it value. The exchange rate right now is so low that there is no value. Next question.
Do you feel the dong will go with the dinar?
I believe, and I keep telling you folks, in my opinion, everything I'm saying, by the way, tonight is strictly my opinion, okay? I believe the dong is still a little bit behind the race of monetary reforms. I believe that Vietnam has a lot of issues with China. I believe that Vietnam has great potential. Oh my goodness, ask the WTO, ask all the investors, ask the United States of America. Yeah, I believe that the dong has great potential, but unfortunately it is being shackled, it is being retarded, it is being abused by the banking policies that China continues to use. Why do you think Taiwan doesn't want anything to do with them? Next question.
You mentioned once they usually do things at the beginning or ending of a quarter. Do you think we have missed the window for the first quarter? Do we need to wait more towards the end of this quarter?
No, I have no idea as far as time frames, and dates and all that. But I will encourage you by telling you, do you understand that we are at the beginning of a quarter? Why ask me about the middle or the end when we're not there yet? Next question.
Is Eddie optimistic or frustrated?
Both. Good question. Both. He's optimistic because he knows what Sudani and the CBI have been telling the citizens of Iraq. He's also optimistic because he can go into a bank in Iraq now and ask questions and they will answer them point blank. But he's also frustrated because how much longer? I mean, we're talking about going into the 10th of January already. This thing should have happened at the beginning of the year. What's the holdup? Why are we waiting? But based on what we gave you on Monday, I think you know very well the pace of the monetary reform, and you know very well where it's at right now. Next question.
If the baby was born, can the citizens or Iraq see the new specimens, the new small?
Good question. I did call our UB2B the baby is born, and what I meant by the baby is born is lower dinars. What's this, Tink?
Just exit out.
Exit out. What was the question?
New specimens, have they seen them?
Specimens, yes. I see you. Family, I told you on Monday that if I was the board of directors of the CBI, I would have ordered the lower dinars to be distributed to the banks, to the ATM machines that are not even turned on yet. But if I was the CBI, I don't want to telegraph any punch. I don't want to give you any extra clues that you can already know. And the lower dinars, to me, is the most top secret subject of the monetary reform of Iraq. The lower dinars and the new exchange rate that they have selected through the RV process. That, to me, is the most crucial, critical piece of information to release. And that should be released in the last seconds of the monetary reform. Next question.
Do you think Iraq will have this done before a presidential election begins?
They sure as hell better. They sure as before. What is it? November the 4th, I think it is, isn't it? Yeah. Look at here. If they don't, I'm going to go out there and pimp slap somebody. That's for sure. I mean, that's enough. Next question.
Date. Can you explain what the float is?
Can I explain what the float is? Sure. It's normally done with a basket of currencies, and it doesn't have to be in a specific area. It can be, currencies from around the world. Once they are put together in a basket, they select a currency that represents them all. They select a bank that represents them all. And then the currencies themselves literally help each other in going up in value. There's always one that is the linchpin. And in this case, Iraq's dinar, when the value goes up, will be the most powerful currency on this planet Earth. So do you think the dinar wants to join anybody? No. I can be my own basket. Next question.
Why wouldn't Iraq make the new program rate 1,000 if they changed it? Why do you think that we may not see it?
Why? Because everything's being done electronic. Good question. Because mostly everything now is being done electronically. Even with the customers that are pouring into the banks in Iraq, because they can't give them any fiat yet. Next question.
How do we know what bank has a Delarue machine?
Ask them. And don't waste your gas. Pick up the phone. When this blessing occurs, come and look at KTFA. You'll be able to see all the different banks that are exchanging already. And then also, I'm sorry, help me, Jen. I was thinking something else that they put up.
How do we know what banks have a Delarue?
Look at that, Jen. I just got rid of the fuzziness.
You did? How?
My thumb. I went. Okay, what's the question?
Delarue.
Yes, Delarue's. Ask them, and don't waste your gas. Just pick up the phone, look at the banks we have listed, and call them and ask them, hey, you guys got Delarue's? Oh, my word, I got so many bank stories. I got so many good bank stories. Anyways, yeah, just ask. And I've been noticing that a lot of these banks are saying we're going to be sending it to another bank. Really? Don't forget what I told you. It's up to you. It's up to you. Anyways, next question.
In your opinion, is the U.S. government placing a hold on the currency revaluations to keep people from becoming wealthy?
No, our government has nothing to do with the monetary reform of the Central Bank of Iraq. I mean, indirectly in the sense that we aided them, we helped them. You know, we spent years, the U.S. Treasury, at the CBI in the green zone. We sent supercomputers. We did everything possible to make them modern, and they are. But can we tell them, okay, go ahead, do it now? No, no, no. It is strictly their prerogative. Next question.
Asking about the 15th, a lot of different one of those questions. Do you think Iraq will pay for the USA for the war?
Well, that was the whole goal. If you remember when, what's his name, Bush, when he lied to the United States public and told them that, Saddam had weapons of mass destruction, he had to come up with something. So he lied about that. Our intelligence knew that he didn't have weapons of mass destruction. There was no radio. Anyways, but he did say so that it would make it easier for Congress to accept it. America will not pay 1 penny for this war. Really, sir? You know, we've spent billions and billions of dollars in the last 20 years in Iraq and not 1 penny, huh? Tell me, Mr. Bush, how many dinars are in the Federal Reserves of the United States of America in order for you to make such a bold statement? Which is true, by the way. Next question.
What's going on between Iraq and the USA regarding our military bases?
No, I can't talk about military. I'm sorry.
Will the Lions win this weekend?
You know, they have a good chance. Number one, it's our home field. Number two, we have as many injuries as they have injuries. Number three, when you are a quarterback, you're a leader of many. You lead the whole team. The ownership depends on you. You are the quarterback. You are the leader. So when the LA Rams called up Detroit and they said, you know, your quarterback, Matthew, he's probably the best quarterback in the whole NFL. Yeah, so you guys want to trade quarterbacks? Because we don't like our quarterback. Well, we don't care for golf either. Why should we do that? Well, we'll give you this, and this. And that was too tempting. If you go back, the same thing happened with the Dallas Cowboys and Minnesota Vikings with Herschel Walker. That's what made the turn for the Dallas Cowboys to win a lot of Super Bowls after that. And me being the quarterback of the Detroit Lions, golf. Now I have to play the quarterback that took my place. I took the LA Rams to the Super Bowl. Fine, we lost. But you dissed me? You kicked me out and sent me to a loser team, Detroit? When we were a number one Super Bowl contending team, and you want their quarterback, not me? So number four, to answer your question, I believe that the quarterback golf will have probably one of the best games he's ever had. And the whole game will teeter on one thing. Whose defense gets tired first? Next question.
Someone was in Iraq and they bought dinars at local shops. Should I use my orders as a receipt stating I bought them over there?
I have no idea what you did, what you got. I have no idea. You say you bought dinars? He was in Iraq?
In local shops, he bought dinars.
You better hope that they're real, number one. You better be able to see all those safety features in it, number two. You better hope there's no Saddam pictures on it, number three. And you better hope they're in pristine condition, because the CBI, you got them torn, you got them worn, you got them cut in half and taped back together. They ain't going to take them. Neither will the bank when you go exchange them. Next question.
In your opinion, after the CBI makes official move to around 1,000, will they need to wait for the parallel rate to get to 1,000 before it starts to delete a zero process.
In my opinion, like I keep telling you, that you may not see it, either 1,200 or 1,000. I prefer 1,000. 1,200 is logical because it should be more than 1 to 1. Next question.
I'm not sure I understand. This is driving me crazy to understand. We want to buy a house. If the rate is 13.10, will $1 equal 13.10? So 1,000 would be around a
Forget the
million.
1310. You won't have any part of that. You understand? Why do you want 1310 value? You want a 1 to 1 value. So therefore, if you have 1 dinar in left hand, what do you got in the right hand? $1. Well, if you have 1 million dinars in your left hand, what do you got in your right hand? $1 million. Next question. Hey, hold on. And many people are going to look for the float. The float is when you are in the basket and it's being used internationally and it's building confidence, security and stability and value by using it, trading it, buying it, whatever. I lost my train of thought. What the question was? Uh, 1,000. Yeah. So 1,000 is preferred. I don't know if that's what they're going to reach. I don't even know how much time we have to watch that initial, let's say it's 1 to 1. How much time will we have to watch it to go to 2 to 1, to go to 3 to 1? How much time? If they tell you, well, you have 6 months to trade in the 3-0 notes, those are all null and void. Well, from day 1 to 6 months later, yeah, I'm sure the dinar is going to go up in value, but I don't know if it'll go back up to $3 by then. If I was a CBI, I'd give you 1 month, but they won't, in my opinion. But if I was the CBI, if I was Sudani, if I was the board of directors, everybody that's leeching off of my currency, you only got 1 month to go ahead and profit. But I want to see what the rate is a year from now, or too bad. We're not going to let you. I don't know if that's the case. There are many factors. There are many variables that I told you. This next phase is the most dangerous phase. Next question.
Do you need a receipt to exchange?
To exchange? No. But if you are ever audited by our government, then you need to prove the amount of time that you have held your dinars. And the reason why is because of capital gains. A lot of people tell me there won't be any capital gains on this investment. Show me a capital gain that you've ever done, that you've ever made, that you've ever gained, that you didn't pay taxes on. And they couldn't. So expect to pay. And the receipt is extremely important, because if you have a receipt and you can prove to the IRS that, yes, I bought my dinars over a year ago, well, then that puts you probably somewhere in the 20 percentile tax bracket. But if you've had your dinars for less than a year, or if you don't have your receipt to prove when you bought them, Uncle Sam is going to, you'll be probably in the 40 percentile. What would you rather give up out of $1 million? Would you rather give up 200,000 or 400,000 to Uncle Sam? And having a receipt is important. If you don't have a receipt, think back. Think back. When did you buy your dinars? Where did you buy your dinars? If you used a check, go to your bank. Give them the month and the week. They'll look you up. They'll find your check, make a copy of it, and give it to you. There's your receipt. If you bought dinars with a credit card, I hope you save your statements. If not, get a hold of your Visa, MasterCard, whatever, and ask for the statement of that month, a copy of it. And there's your proof that you bought it. because it has the name of the company that you bought it from. There are other ways as well too, but I'm not here to be, your financial advisor. Next question.
Can exchange location give different rates so they make more money?
No, the rate will be the same, universal. Anybody that has a different rate will be busted big time. Next question. Now, perks is a different story. Make sure you get as many as you can of those. Next question.
Do you think that when the fiat dollar crashes, that is how we will finally see the dinar rate we're looking for?
No. The fiat still has, you mean the dollar?
Yes.
No, it still has a ways before it crashes. And I'll be honest with you, if we can resuscitate our economy with proper leadership, not President Mumble, then the dollar will bounce back tremendously. And then if they really do drill, baby, drill, it'll go past the value of $1. Mark my words. Next question.
Are Saddam dinars good or fake?
No, they're no good. They're not fake. They're just no good. They're null and void. If you have a Saddam note, remember I showed you a 10,000 Saddam note a few weeks ago? If you have any Saddam notes, I just hold on to them. Put them in a frame and put it on your wall. Years from now, you can tell your children, their children's children's. You see that guy right there? That's where it all started. This knucklehead was found in a spider hole. and then we rescued the nation of Iraq. Next question.
What kind of perks should we look for?
Oh, insurance coverage, because FDIC is only $250,000. I don't want to be charged to exchange my currency. Well, we're only going to charge you 3%. Then I'm going to go somewhere else. Oh, no, go. Okay, we'll waive it. Of course you will, stupid. You're going to charge me to exchange money that I'm going to put in your bank. So you make money off of me in that respect, and you make money off of me by putting the money in your bank. Because every time I put money in your bank, you're going to take it and you're going to lend it out. Out of every $100, you lend out 90 and you keep 10. So don't play games with me. Do you want my business or not? Do you want my money so you can make money with it or not? Unfortunately, not too many people have this type of knowledge or education or muscle balls to even approach a bank to do something like this. But I pray that you do. I pray that you pray for that strength. Next question.
They want some bank stores. No more questions.
Nah, you don't want bank stories. There's too many of them, and I'd have to dig them all up and everything. And everybody's, calling me. So maybe if there's no more questions, let's just say, poor guy. I know a paratrooper who is loaded with Saddam dinars. I understand you to say for a bank story in the last several weeks that Chase says 4% is
Baked in.
Oh, baked in. They did say that, didn't they? I don't know if it was 4% or 3%, but whatever it is, it's stupid. It's stupid. I'll hold on to my dinars. Shoot. I'll move to Iraq. American banks are not going to push me around. Are all these military conflicts in the region be a halting issue? I'm sorry, Medina, I'm not allowed to talk military. Did you hear about a big bank that we talk about is going to file bankruptcy in court? Too real for you? What bank? What bank? Because remember, I told you that already we've had 3 or 4 banks closed. When was it? Endron? Was it like 10 years ago? Remember when that one closed and it devastated people? We've had 3 or 4 major banks close this year, thanks to the leadership in the White House. President Mumble. Did you hear about the bank? No. Small notes at 500 and higher will be going forward. Yes, they'll be exchangeable. The only ones you can are the 50s. because the 50s are now null and void. Any news on Warka Bank? No, Warka is still trying to get out of its hole. How much longer you selling currency? The moment that the value goes up, my broker and I stop completely the Iraqi dinar. We will consider selling the Vietnamese dong, but we will sell gold and silver because you're gonna look everywhere for it. Right now, notice when you call other places to buy the Iraqi dinar, some of them tell you they don't have it. Notice when you call us, we tell you right away, we got it. I haven't turned down one single person. Someone asked me, how is it possible that you're not running out? I can't tell you. Frank, how's your aunt doing with the hand surgery? Well, thank you, Galway girl. It's slowly but surely it's healing, and she's slowly with physical therapy trying to move her hand. My son is a physical therapist, and so is his wife. In fact, our son, probably in another week. Yeah. Our son, we're so proud of him. He's a doctor. He's now he's a doctor in physical therapy. I'm a respiratory therapist. Our daughter's in sports medicine. When we get sick, we call each other. Alrighty, Frank, broker will continue to. Oh yeah, that's me talking. Dual citizenship. I don't know what that question is. Let's see if there's any other. Will you disappear off the internet forever once the RI? Bobby, I will continue to be on the internet in a very limited amount. It'll be mainly to tell you the things that we're doing with our KTFA mission work around the world. Maybe updates for our form or something like that. Our form will be up because it'll tell you what we're doing around the world. And if you want to be a part of that, well, we welcome you. It'll be wonderful. I will do reunions. We plan 4 of them around the world. And my wife and I will be escorted. When you see us, I'm sorry, you won't be able to get near us. You won't be able to get near us. But there will be private meetings where I'll have with certain people, you know. Anyways, what's another question? So I won't disappear completely, but I suppose the 100% that you see of me now will be reduced by 90%. Did they decrease the number of dinars in circulations back in 2015? They've been decreasing them. That's Mark Jameson. Mark, they've been decreasing the 30 notes for a long time. Also, every either 3 months or 6 months, a new batch, a new serial of currency is printed by the CBI, you know, worn and torn currency. And that has also been reduced and diminished in the amount that's being produced, obviously for a reason. Did you say 50,000 bills are not good now? Did I say 50,000? No, I said the 50. If I said 50,000, I humbly apologize. No, the 50 is null and void. No, he'll be doing Bible study. Yeah, that's right, Mrs. Who is that, Mrs.? Oh, I just missed it. Bummeruski. What was that? Frank, gotta love the original printing press you got in your base. What's your name? Dork? Yeah, okay. That makes sense. No, I don't have no printing press in my basement, you knucklehead. I got cookies. Let's see. I'd love to read up on that. Where can I find more? I don't know what that was about. We're headed down the home stretch, it looks like, family. If you have any questions, let me have them. How about the Rams story, Frank? Laughing out loud. No, Fullersman, you guys already won a Super Bowl. I'd like one before I die. Anyways, let's see. That's stupid. I bought some Iraq 50,000 dinars today. Well, nickel hockey, why is that stupid?
because they said the 50,000 is not good.
Oh, I see. Well, no, that's not true. So don't worry about it. All righty. What's the next question? Do you know how far in advance the currency dealers will be notified to stop selling the currency before this event starts? That's asking for a date. I have no idea when they're going to stop. You know, when I stop, it's because there's a change in the exchange rate. My broker will call me. I told him, I said, you better call me. You know that it's going to be early in the morning, but you better call me. I'm not answering the damn phone. No, I'm not answering the phone. I put it in silence anyways. My phone rings all night, ain't it, Tink?
Yes.
Yeah. It rings at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. People around the world know my phone number. And a lot of people think I live in Hawaii. I don't anymore. Do you know how? Okay, so we answered that one for Anthony Clark. Come on, people. 1,292 people watching, and we only got 459 people appreciate Frank's work. Come on, man. Give me a thumbs up. There you go. I just gave myself one up. Okay, what questions? What does 12 to 1 mean? Is that what that's? What does 12 to 1 mean? I don't know. No excuse. What does it mean, 12 to 1? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm so sorry. I wish I could help you. We ordered from Frank, and his guy gave a large amount over Christmas, and they came. We were able to track it without any issues. Yeah, my broker is extremely proficient. I'm very proud of him. He does a very good job. Let's see what else we got here. How soon will we be able to go exchange? Beverly, again, you can't ask that question. Will the Lions be in the Super Bowl, Marcus? I'm praying to God that they are. At what stage can we set goals for the future? Right now. Right now. The reality of what's around you is real. Will the Lions, okay, at what stage can we set goals for the future? I just answered that for Robert Burns. JJKR. It was JP Morgan. It was JP Morgan was the black supposedly going bankrupt. Ah, yes, I did hear about that. Yeah, Jamie, that's right. Look at here. Jamie has announced that he's built over 10 banks in Iraq. Jamie has announced that he supports the Iraqi dinar 100%. Jamie is his chief executive officer of a big major bank in the United States of America. How many dinars does Jamie have that he's counting on right now? What do you look for in trusting a bank? It's hard. It's hard to trust them because they all follow the same universal banking laws right now. Our government can walk into a bank and pull your money out if they see fit. It's insane. They can come into your house. In the last 4 years, this law has been passed. They can come into your house and take food out of your cupboards, out of your refrigerator, out of your basement, if they see fit. Shoot, they just kicked out all the kids in New York school so they could put in these migrants kids in there. This is insane. Question from No Excuse. Will you exchange all or little and then wait for the more of the float? You heard me say that we don't know the time frame given for the float. You heard me say this is the most crucial and delicate time for you with this investment now. So to answer that question, only time will tell how much time they give you. Question, will you exchange a little? But okay, but no excuse. If they give me plenty of time, well, I'm going to exchange that much. I got that much, so I'm going to exchange that much and watch it grow. Thank you for wearing the 101st pin. Tonight, my former division. Oh, Dan, is it really, sir? From Fort Campbell. God bless you, sir. I talked to you on the phone today, didn't I, Dan? Didn't I, Tank?
Somebody.
Dan Campbell. Yeah, because you said to me, "Is that the Detroit Lion coach calling you?"
Right.
Yeah, and I said, "No, he called last night."
He talks to me. He says, "This is Dan Campbell, not the Detroit."
Not the
Lions."
Detroit coach. Okay. Poor coach. Anyways, he's a cool guy. Uncirculated currency will only be accepted for the exchange. Too real for you? No. Circulated or uncirculated. It is the condition of the currency that determines whether they will exchange it or not, which I've already covered. Joe Liu, question. Do notes black light area fade over time? Some notes not as bright? No. No. The illumination, the ink that they use is embedded in the material. It's not on the surface. Does it RI once it goes international? That's the reason why it would go international, because it would be a rate change. It would be equivalent of a reinstatement to the value of the currency. Okay. Holy cow! Oh my word! Look at all these questions. Right? Can you share Aki's report with him and walking stick with his with the family? I did Monday, and it was powerful. I just hit my thumbs up. Okay, thank you, LC in Florida. The dork unicorn again. Is it your opinion that Iraq pairs will show up on Forex real soon? As such, will float and make an official rate redundant? I hope after the 15th. Big Driver says, sorry if you've already answered this question. What rate will the IQD enter the market on January the 15th? We just talked about it. Right now it's 1310, 1320. Let's hope it's different. All they got to do is reduce it. 1310. I mean, I should be able to do simple math in my head, but just list. Okay, hold on a second. 1310. Oh, let's just go with so you need what? You need 310 PIP movements. How about if we went to this? Well, then you need I can't figure it out. You need 110, is it? Yeah, 110 PIP movements, huh? Look at here. Do you know how small that is? Do you know what it was when it first started? What was it, like 1650, 1800 to 1? Do you know how close you are to what we seek? Well, of course you do. And so does the CBI. Somebody said to me today, they called me, hey, Frank, the exchange rate is 1535. I said, in the street, it fluctuates. They take advantage of the citizens. Well, I thought it was 1310. The official exchange rate. No, it's 1335 to 13, or no, it's 15. It went up to 1535, Frank, to 1545. Yeah, in the streets. That's nothing to do with the official exchange rate of the Iraqi dinar. Why do you panic? Just go to the CPI website. Look at the official exchange rate. Frank, if they devalue the dollar, will the results have our dinar be worth more? If they devalue the Daniel, that's what they're doing right now. Ironically enough, they try to make it go up in value in the street markets, but that doesn't count. Who tells your broker to stop selling the IQD? No comment. I'm sorry. Will there be a YouTube on Monday since it's a holiday? What's Monday?
Martin Luther King Day.
We'll be here. We'll be here. We will honor Martin Luther King. He'll recite some of his quotes. Would it be wise to be on Forex as a currency holder? I can't be your financial advisor, but look at my face. I had NFL Goodell has the authority to override Detroit's loss. Wardo is saying that. Yeah, but unfortunately, Goodell is not going to do the right thing. He's going to do the wrong thing. And the wrong thing was they sent a video to the Detroit Lions and they said, when you report, do it like this. And when they saw the video that the NFL sent to the Lions sent it back to the NFL and said, that's exactly what we did, jerks. And now the NFL has nothing else to say except that we corrected the issue. We told the Lions how to do it properly. We did it properly, jerks. Well, I tell you what we're gonna do. You know that group of referees, you know that screwed you over, Detroit. We're gonna punish them. We're not gonna let them be in the playoffs. Why don't you fire all their asses? So the next, let's see, if they develop, sorry, I've answered 15th. I think I answered that one. Would it be nice to be in? Okay, I already said. Why would Iraq give the date of January the 15th when they have tried to keep the timing of everything else a secret? They're not telling you that that's when they're going to, reinstate their currency. They're telling you that that's when their currency will go international. Now the question is, at what rate? That will determine. Yes, Bobby, we have a YouTube on Monday. Okay. LC, good question. Which comes first, small denoms, Forex, or even the RI? The next thing I keep telling you, I've said it 100 times, the next thing that we seek is the lower denoms and the new exchange rate. Once we have that, let's float. Okie doke. January the 15th would be a great birthday. Well, Nickel Hockey, happy birthday to you. Diversify your blessing into multiple banks and buy gold to hold in your possession. Good advice, Marcus. Thank you. But the problem is banks. Amber, it said that they would address the rate issue in next session. Next session was started this week. That's right. And this week contains the 15th. I think it does, doesn't it? Next Monday. Ooh. Oh, next Monday. Let's see what our UB2B will be like. Let's see. Sun Viper. Remember when I suggested that the Lions would take the division? Well, good for you, Sun Viper. Now tell me that they're going to take the Super Bowl, please. Amber again. I think the RI and lower denominations at the same time. That's right. Very good. You're a good student. Good job. Let's see what else we got here. Holy cow, this is ridiculous. Oh, Dios mío, you got too many questions. How do you print dinars? How do you print dinars and be organized? Do you
copy them, not print them?
All right, let me change the wording then. How do you copy dinars and be organized? Do you leave dinars with copy? Thank you, Frank.
Do you make a copy of them and then keep the copy with your dinars?
No. The real dinars put in a safe. The copies of them, put them somewhere in your underwear drawer. I don't know. Those are, I always tell you to make copies of your currency because what if your house burnt down? Well, you have the receipt. Insurance might pay you back. Having pictures of it, insurance always wants pictures. What if you accidentally allowed a bank to take your currency to another place to identify it? And it was robbed, stolen, the Brinks truck rolled off a bridge and blew up and you lost all your dinars? Well, you have the evidence of what was yours then. Hold on, it's Eddie.
Are you drinking anything?
No, I'm not drinking anything, Jan.
Doris said drink something.
Okay. Whoa, look at this, what Eddie just sent. The CBI just gave us instructions today on the ceiling for electronic card use. You know how valuable that is? Oh my goodness. What else did he say? Sadani's on television right now, Mr. Frank, and he's saying that the work for a strong, stable, and prosperous Iraq has begun. None of the program, right? These are not teasing statements. It's not titillation. It's the honest truth. Sudani comes out and he tells the Iraqi citizens today, hey, you know what? But you know, all that work that we're doing, yeah, it's gonna make us so strong. It's gonna make us so strong and stable and prosper. And guess what? What? It's already begun. It's already begun. It's already begun. Okay. Let's see what else he says. Anyways, I think we should be headed down the home stretch. We've done pretty good in answering a lot of your questions, family. I pray to God that we've been of help for you. It is said they would address the rate. Okay, yeah, we did that one already. What is Aki doing right now? What I told you on Monday, Ben. That's what he's doing right now. It's the electronic platforms. How do you? You see any other questions I missed, Beth?
Will you be able to exchange your dinar notes if they've been damaged?
We've already talked about that like 20 times already tonight. Go back and listen, okay? I explain what you need to do with the currency if you're going to go and exchange it properly. Frank, BC, I believe I saw an article a few years ago that kept some 30 notes for intergovernmental transactions and banks for international banking transactions. That's Michael Michael R. Yeah, we talked about that already, Michael. We've already explained that there are 3 ways that the American dollar will be used in Iraq. Citizens can get it at the borders, at the airports when they go abroad. Citizens can get it from Iraqi banks if they want to buy medicine. And the government itself will be using the American dollar, and they will be dealing with it through their auctions that they metamorphosize into something different now, where it can't be stolen anymore. Let's see. Is that it?
When the RI happens, how long will it take for the U.S. to update the IQD price?
Instantly. The moment the CBI pulls the switch on the new exchange rate, it's electronic. It pops up everywhere. And that, I believe that's what Forex is looking for too. Frank, how do you deal with these questions? I'm pulling my hair out over here. Well, Pamela, I do this, I suppose, as a living now. And it seems to me that I need to be astute in what I'm saying. I need to be as accurate as I can, even though I say everything is in my opinion. I do my very best. And I get criticized. Were you with me on Monday? I was foul. I was in a bad mood when we started on Monday, wasn't I? Maybe when we finish, I'll tell you why. And yes, Pamela, it's difficult to be FRANK26. Dora says, you look like orange sherbet. You want to lick? BR3317 says Martin Luther King's birthday is on January the 15th. That's right. And I talked about it, that we would celebrate it next Monday. Kyle, will we be able to exchange our 30 notes for the small denominations? Why would you want that, Kyle? Why would you want lower denominations? What did I say on Monday that Aki's told Walking Stick the report? Hey, you ask Frank, you ask me what I'm doing. Am I collecting 3 zeros? Am I passing out lower dinars? You asking me this, huh? Okay, I answer you. And what did I say? So that should answer your question, but I'll tell you very quickly. No, Frank, here, me, I do everything electronic. Everything electronic. No lower dinars, no fiat, no, all electronics. Over there in Iraq, it's electronic and fiat and coins too. So in other words, only inside of Iraq are they going to pass out the lower dinars, not outside. What good are they going to do you outside? Oh, dear me. Anyways, is Golden Tate still with the Lions? Marcus asking. No, he's not. No, I don't even think he's in football anymore. He was a good wide receiver, one of our better ones we had. I believe the Lions will beat the Rams to set up a Lions-Cowboy playoff. He believes the Lions will beat the Rams. Whatever it is, may the best team win. May they all come out healthy and nobody hurt. That's my main interest. Oh, my word. There's so many more, Jan. Ask me another one.
Will the 30 notes be used for intergovernmental
Already answered. Give me another one.
Dinars may hold value better than the U.S.
Oh, heck yeah. Especially right now. I'd much rather hold as many dinars as I can versus dollars. Next question. How many cookies can you purchase at a program rate? None, Medina.
Do you think they'll come out with a sucker rate?
Do I think they'll come out with a what?
Sucker rate.
I don't care if it's suckered or not. Give me a rate. Just give it to me. Make it international. Let it go. And they'll float it up. To give me 10 cents. I don't care. Go ahead, sweetie, if you have another one.
Only they've got questions in the same 15.
Yeah, they're kind of repeating themselves now, aren't they? Because people are starting to come in and they're asking questions that have already been asked. Diane Turner, are my dinars safe in a safety deposit box in a bank? No, they can come right in and take them out if they feel that they have to. Of course, it would be something major, in order for them to do that, but they can do it. And our government right now is breaking every constitutional law, every constitutional amendment. They are breaking it left and right, rewriting it for their agenda. Of course, they can go into the bank. When you go to the bank next time and you make a deposit, ask them, is it true that our government can come in and take all my money that I just deposited? Oh, they won't want to answer that question, will they? But you can ask Siri or Alexa, what is it? Or Mercedes. What's her name? Oh, yeah, hey, Mercedes. Okay, thanks, Doris. A reminder, water, okay. Frank, important. How many cookies can you purchase? Okay, I said already. Any questions there on your behalf?
What's the importance of setting? Hold on.
I'll pack a gallon of super glue with my 10
Sealing on the electronic card use.
What? Say again, honey?
The importance of setting a ceiling on the electronic card use. And if you don't like that one,
it gives us variables. Think about it. Next question.
No. They want to know if you know anything else you're not telling them.
Oh my goodness. I know that baby Biden went to Congress today and walked out because he wanted to show, a dramatic entrance and exit and telling basically Congress, up yours, pick a finger and I'll already pick it for you kind of attitude. But, oh my goodness. You see, God's watching. I don't worry about things like what we see on television. I don't worry about Bozo Biden. God's in control. God's in control of my life. God doesn't like me calling him Bozo. I apologize to God, not to him. But anyways, I don't know anything else other than that. Oh, no excuses says, thank you for answering my rookie questions. Oh, bless your heart. Welcome, welcome. Shannon with not of the program. Thank you for answering my. Okay, would you be able to exchange your dinar if it was damaged? I already talked about it, Frank. If it happens right now, would you go out and change the outfit to white and come back? Yeah. Remember, white hat, white gloves, white tie, white shirt, white vest, white coat, white hanky, white scarf. Will you be able to exchange your dinars if it's been damaged? I already answered that. Frank, if it happens right now, okay, white already did that one. Hi, Maria. Thank you, sweetie. When the RI happens, how long will it take for the U.S. to update the IQ instantly? When will CBI auction change? It already did. It metamorphosized to protect the Iraqi dinar. How are you feeling about your dinars right now? John Smith is asking me. Fantastic. Finally. Pamela says, see what I mean, Frank? I don't know about what. I have Monday off. I can watch. Okay, Michael, it'll be good to have you with us. They don't have to. Will Aki exchange dinars for U.S. citizens at his bank? Will Aki exchange dinars for you? Yes. That's the whole purpose. Yeah. Yeah. Would Aki be exchanging during a float? Ooh. Or a specific rate once it begins? His instructions were to accept the rate? Yes. Yes. Lunchbox says, hi, Pancho. Hey, what's up, Lunchbox? Godfrey Abraham. He says, in my opinion, anything held by a bank is owned by the bank and will be disappeared. Okay. Disappeared then when it collapses. No, very good. Yeah, that's about right, Godfrey. That's right. Michael, again, is the plan still for Iraq to go international around 15? We talked about that. Yes. No excuses. Thank you for tonight. You're welcome. Dennis Porter, thank you, my brother. Thank you kindly. Family, if you can help us with walking stick. Is it tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow we have to send him his 1650. So anyone that can help us, we humbly need your help. We appreciate your help. Thank you. We forgive you, Frank. Whoa, Mrs. McNett. McNett? What is she forgiving me about, Tank?
You got kind of crazy Monday.
I got what?
Kind of upset Monday.
Yeah, I did get upset. I might explain it. We'll see. Yes, you're in good spirits today. Well, thank you, AE. Look, you guys know me forward and backwards. You have the advantage over me. Kimosak. Kimosak. Yeah, cookies. Okay, cookies. Who else? Let's see here.
What came first, the chicken or the egg? That's from Hawaii.
Which came first, the chicken or the egg?
Yeah.
You know very well which one it was. You know very well it was the chicken that runs all over the rainforest. I got you. All Hawaiians know what I'm talking about, right? You call a Hawaiian, what do you hear in the background? You know that, don't you? Or what's the other sound? Let's see if I can do it. Something like that, right? They're up in the trees, the beautiful little pigeons. Okay, let's see. No idea. Hey, Frank, is it possible that they have a sucker rate come out really low? And like I said, I don't care. Just give it to us because then we can take it from there, Dennis Porter, and let it grow as long as they give us time to watch it grow. There's many factors that are important for us that are very crucial in decision making. And that's what I said on Monday that are coming up for us very soon. IRS rules say no tax on foreign exchange. Look it up. Well, all righty. Thank you very much. And then when you pay your taxes, give me a call, Lee. By the way, what you're talking about, Lee, is when you go on a trip. Let's say you go to Canada and you get some loonies. I think they call them loonies, don't they? They still, and you come back from your trip from Canada and you have, I don't know, let's say a couple hundred loonies still left. Well, you exchange them, and then you get American value for it. Okie dokie. Well, you see, there's no capital gains there. I mean, what is it? There may be a change in the exchange rate while you were gone on vacation, and it might be a little bit. Okay, you made what? You made 45 cents here, sir. Make sure you report that. No, they're not going to go for that. They're going for what you are going to be involved in very soon. Oh, someone just said we're excited. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with us. You're welcome, Mary Beth. Thank you for saying thank you. Thank you kindly. Yeah, well, you were upset about your brother-in-law. No, quite understand. No, that was not the reason why. I'll tell you in a little bit. Robin and my buddy Damon. God bless you guys. Thank you. I'm looking for any more. If you trade your higher denominations for lower ones, with the circumvent the time restrictions placed to exchange. If you trade your higher denominations for lower ones, wouldn't that circumvent the time restriction? No, because it would cover all currency. It doesn't matter what denomination you hold. Tink, how's your finger?
Yeah, I already answered her.
Do you think, too, for real, do you think the dinar rate might take a big jump if the U.S. doesn't come up with a budget or kick the can down the road? No, again, it has nothing to do. What happens with other countries, other monetary reforms, other banking structures, other geopolitical structures, no, it has nothing to do with the monetary reform of the Iraqi dinar. At this point, are you expecting to do a short Friday or Saturday? I hope so. Based on what little bit we know, I hope so. Will family, lower dinars will only be in Iraq. Now, that's right. Very good. You caught on. Family, it looks like that's it. Still some swollen. Okay. Yeah, I think we're done. I want to thank you kindly for being with us. How come I can buy Iraqi dinars from Huntington Bank and not from Chase? Well, Huntington really won't be, in my opinion, they won't be involved in the exchange process. They might, but they're the ones that are going to be sending it to somewhere else. Whereas Chase, are you still planning to get together after it's all over and done with, if we're millionaires, Danny Brown? I talked about it earlier, Danny, and I said that, yeah, there would be 4 reunions. And I said that my wife and I, we would be escorted. We would be protected heavily. Heavily. You won't be able to get near us. Unless it's by special, appointment arrangements, a dinner gathering or something like that. And you will be protected from above and below. Our teams will take good care of us when we're together. I promise you that. Montoy VP, how you doing, my brother? Mahalo. You're welcome. No worries, Toy VP. Let's see here. Good for you. Praying speed recovery. Frank, I thank you for being my dinar professor. Oh, Medina, that's very kind of you. Thank you. One more. Let's see, Michael. Tables turned and Republicans walked out Congress jail tent. Tables turned. The Republicans walked out Congress jail tent. I don't know what that means. Frank, only getting cookie crumbs tonight. I hope not, Elizabeth. Bill Hackworth. Could the IQD value float above the value of the Kuwait currency value? No. And if it does, I'll be happy. But in my opinion, they're not supposed to. LC says, Michael, what's this? Okay. Thank you, Frank, says Shannon. You're welcome. And okay, one more. Jamie, hey, Frank, in your opinion, how long could this stretch out to? I have no idea. That's it. All righty. I want to thank you all for being with us. Look at here. I want to tell you something very, very, very quickly. And the reason I'm going to say it very quickly is because God is in control. God is in total control. And I don't worry about things that are not in my control. And I had some people get a hold of me and tell me that there were some people on the internet, they were saying some things about me. And I said, they always do. Don't worry about it. Yeah, but Frank, this time it's so-and-so. I said, you're kidding me. And when I heard what so-and-so said, it broke my heart. And I'm not going to tell you who or what, but I'll tell you this. One day, we will all be in the presence of God. Hi, God. We will all be in his presence, and we will be judged. I have so much to be forgiven for by the blood of Jesus. And I've asked for that forgiveness. It feels good. But the individual that broke my heart on Monday, and the things that he said, especially about walking stick, you will be judged for it. You call me fake. You call me all kinds of names. Walking stick isn't real, whatever. I could never talk to him, and so he doesn't really exist. He's really. Walking stick has fed the internet with the information that everybody has always wanted on a weekly basis. And this individual disappeared years ago because I kicked his ass out. Now, I told you, sir, to keep your mouth shut. Because if you talk, I was going to tell the internet what you did at KTFA. But God's in control. God's in control. And I'm going to let God take care of you. I'm not going to call you out. I'm not going to say anything about you. And the thousands of dollars that you owe me that I lent you, I'll never see them, will I? Because you took off. And you lied to everybody. But I keep my mouth shut. It wasn't just me, was it? You have many families at KTFA looking for you. So yeah, I was in a foul mood on Monday because somebody was disrespecting my teens. And KTFA family, how do you feel about walking stick? How do you feel about me? How do you feel about what we have been giving you for so many years? I never give you a date. I never give you a rate. I give you time frames. I give you ideas of numbers, but I never say this is it like they all do. I told you to shut your mouth and you didn't. And that's why I'm defending my teams and walking stick. You keep the tens of thousands, of hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars. You keep them. And let God talk to you about it. KTFA family, I thank you very much for being with me tonight. It's not easy being FRANK26. Like I told you the last time we were together, whether it be a broken bone or a broken heart, take everything to God in prayer. And I did, Father. I'm sorry if I overstepped my boundaries right now, but I had to say something. We're meant to suffer as human beings, as Christians. I mean, do you think that Job knew what God was up to? Do you think that Job knew why he lost everything? No. But he never questioned God, did he? Not once. He loved God by faith. Because Job knew that God was in control of his life. And I know he's in control of my life and my family's. And I know that he'll take care of and protect us. I'm determined to trust God. I'm determined to trust God, to have faith in him. You know, to have faith is to fall down 10 times and to get up on the 11th time. Adversity is what I felt on Monday. Adversity makes a man better or bitter. Today, I am bitterer. I don't want anger in my heart. I don't want sin. I don't want sin to metastasize in my heart. And it's so easy. If you can help my dear friend, I thank Duke, I thank D. Look at you, D. Look at that hippo. Oh, is it a hippo crying? Was it epic ball? A little tear there. Epic, was that epic fail? Huh?
Fail.
Huh, I don't know. Maybe because of what I'm talking about. Anyways, family, I thank D, I thank Duke, I thank Doris, Karen twice. Howard Crockett, you're always there for us. Thank you. Maria Miller, Dennis Porter, Texas Twins, Robin, Damon. Thank you. If anyone can help us, feel free to call. And my phone number is 419-283-2552. What we don't collect, if we're not able to collect, it's okay, because my wife and I, we reach in our pockets and we take care of it. We make sure that our friend stays alive. Thank you, Kathleen. God bless you. Thank you, Bacchus. Hey, Bacchus, I miss you. Anyways, I had a wonderful time tonight. I hope you all did too, and you learned an awful lot. God bless you. Thank you kindly for being with us. Sweet aloha to you all. And I will see you again. If we do a short, it'll be for a very good reason, won't it? But I'll see you again next Monday. Sweet aloha.
One more.
Oh, one more?
Jersey girl.
Jersey girl, thank you. Sweet aloha. Maki oi, you are. Bye-bye.